Good morning, it's Charlie giving you Friday's live trading. I hope you're very well. Just having a look, what time is it? It's coming up to 8:30. Haven't found any trades as yet. And anyway, it's coming up to 8:30. But looking at this euro dollar this morning, as it currently stands, it's having a bit of a move here. But on my other e-signal charts, it's a little bit messy at the moment. So I'm just waiting for some confirmations to come through. So it's possible that I look to get on the long side of this euro dollar. But I need just a couple more confirmations. It's literally, as I'm talking here, it's hit its daily pivot, literally just doing that. So I need it to breach that pivot, and then I can then start having a look at it. So it's starting to look a bit better as it's coming up. So I'm quite happy to allow it to do that and wait for some more confirmations to come in as far as the price action is concerned, and then see if I can get a trade off this morning. So that's where we are at the moment. I'm not really seeing much else. We've got some pound news coming out at 9:30, so I'll have a look at that closer to the time. But I do see some potential for the euro to perhaps get up to around about 134 again. It keeps on probing against that the last few days, so potentially get up to there. But I'm cautious with it. So I need to see these other factors to come in line. So I'm basically looking at the momentum and where we are relative to the moving averages on some of the higher time frames, which we're not quite there at the moment, and that's hence why I've not taken a trade just yet. So I'll press pause for now and be back in a minute. Okay, so it's now 9 o'clock and still nothing too much to talk about here on this euro dollar. It is going up, looks fine on the 5-minute chart, but you'll have to trust me on this that I'm looking at my e-signal charts off screen and everything's not quite lined up, so it's not ideal for the euro. So there's not a lot I can do about that. Obviously we've got pound news coming out in half an hour, so I'll be watching the pound, but I have just spotted a potential opportunity on the Aussie dollar, and it's actually a shorting opportunity, which if it comes up over to this zone again, then that's where I'll be looking to potentially short this Aussie dollar today. So so I do see that as a potential. So that one at the moment, why am I looking to short this? We've got a triple divergence on the hourly charts on the Aussie dollar on my momentum indicators, and so what I'm now looking for is the traditional, what you do so often get is the initial movement down, then you get the retrace, which is hopefully just going to do a lower high, and then I'll be looking to execute somewhere over here. So what I'd be looking for is something like this. There's the bands doing something like this. Price comes up like this, and then comes into the bands, and then retests the band from within, and then I get the short off. So that's what I'll be looking for in the Aussie dollar. Obviously, I'm going to be watching the pound, but the pound again. As we go to the pound. If I can find it on here, there it is. If we put it into perspective, it's really not obviously a great looking chart. This is the hourly time frame since 2 days ago, really. So it's all very, very sideways price action. So it's not the best of looking at charts. But we have to have a look at it. And I do think actually the potential for the pound is to go down. I was just talking to the guys in the trading room, and we've got the 200-day moving average below us, and it's not going to show properly on here because yes, on telecharts it shows that we've already gone through it, but in actual fact it was literally a smidgen, probably about a pip or half a pip below this low. That's the correct 200. Telecharts 200's daily moving averages are often out because of the way that they bundle Sunday night data into Monday's candle. So for that reason, the daily indicated moving averages are out. Anyway, so we've got this potential for the pound to come lower. So that's what I'll be looking for, to see if it's going to retest those lows from yesterday. Was it yesterday? At what level was that? Around about 166.58. So so it's not too far below where we currently are, but that's what I'd be looking for on the pound. I I would happily get short if we had the momentum right now. We haven't even got negative momentum, so I've got to be careful because obviously I could be wrong, and I'm just thinking where it might want to go at the moment, and of course it could want to fly up, but we haven't got negative momentum at the moment, and that's the slight problem. Otherwise, I'd be looking to maybe even get short here ahead of the news, but I just can't do that right now. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking. We're 5 minutes in, and I haven't done a single trade yet, so I better press pause. Okay, I'm just back here. We're still watching these markets. The Aussie dollar has come up, but it's not set up yet, so I'm watching that. But as we've got news coming out just in under a minute here on the pound, I've just switched the charts over to the pound. I don't know whether I'm going to get to trade it or not, but I've bought a deal ticket up anyway, just in case I see something. So I'm just waiting to see what the reaction is going to be. It's more likely I would trade the pound on the short side if it comes down, and probably less likely if it goes up because it's going to be hitting the hourly 50 just above. So we shall see what is going to come of this. We've got the hourly 21 right up at about 25, sorry, 4 hourly 21 at 25, so 167.25 that is. So let's see which way we're going to go. It's moving a little bit ahead of the news. Let's see which way it's going to go. Looks like up. Yep, up it is. Right, okay. So let's have a look at my momentum charts now. We've got a mismatch of momentum. We just hit the hourly 50, so it's gone straight into resistance. So not really too much I can do about that. I don't think. I think I'll press pause. It's just going to be one of those mornings. I'll press pause for now. Okay, so from earlier on, like I was saying, I was looking for the this Aussie dollar to get over to about here and then come into its bands and all that. So it's doing exactly what I was looking for it to do. So it's coming into its bands, and now I want it to come back up to the upper band. Now it's once it closes this candle here, so I want it to bounce back up. Hopefully it's going to do that. So I'm looking for that bounce back. Put the short in. Here we go. So I'm looking to put that short in now on a bounce back up. And then I shall be going to the gym and leave this alone and see what happens to it. What I'm looking for is a move down to the daily pivot, which is down around about 93.10, so it's off the screen down here somewhere. So I just want to see if I can get this entry. I always like to get a good entry, so even if we come up to 93.30, then I'll probably start to just midway into these bands, and I'll probably start to try and get in. As it's come down, as far as it's come down. So let's just see if we can get that. There we go. Right, so nearly there. And I'll put. I've only got to put a stop up here, so it's not going to be a big stop. So I'll put a few entries in. See if we can get this. Is it going to let me in? Of course, I'm recording, and obviously there's empty air time at the moment, so I better press pause while I'm waiting. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 unit in now, just in case. Just in case. What did I get there? 28.7. So I'm going to put 1 unit in, just to short. Oh, here we go. This is looking a bit better. See if we can get. And then it's just a case of seeing if we can get up to the upper band. Last thing I wanted to do is just miss out just for the sake of a pip or something like that. So at least I've got 1 unit in. Let's see if we can get the others in. See if we can actually push this up. So I've put 1 unit in to sell, and I will look to put probably just 2 more in. So keeping it nice. We're in the middle of August market, so I'm just trading small here on a Friday, even on this account. Right, let's see if we can get it. When I say small, it's about £20 a point trading it, so not tiny, but small, really. Anyway, right. Am I going to get this fill, or am I going to have to press pause again? I think I'm going to have to press pause again, guys. Right, I need to get going. Oh, here we go, 30. So I've put 1 in at 30 there. and we've still not got up to the upper band, but I really need to get going down to the gym, otherwise I'm never going to get a chance to go. So I'm just going to put this extra one in. There you go. So I've got my 3 in now, and that's me done as far as for now. And obviously I'll press pause and come back to this and see how it gets on. I don't need to do too much. I'm going to put the stop in, obviously just above these highs here, and see what happens. The stop's very close, as you can see. It's only about 5 pips or something like that, and but it's diverged, and it's possible that I get stopped out here while I'm out, because it may want to come back up for these highs again and then nick me out, only to then roll back over. But I'll just go in again. That's how I would do that. So have another chance. So that's me. I'm sorted out for now. I've got a trade in. It's taken till what, 10 to 10 to find a trade that I actually like. And so we can have a quick look at the euro. The euro did go a bit higher. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's gone higher, and now it's just in sort of a bit of a retracement mode. So I'll have a look at that again at that later on when I get back. But for now, we'll keep our eye on this Aussie dollar. Right, I shall press pause. Back in a bit. Right, okay, so just back from the gym, and as we can see from where I got short earlier on the Aussie, where was it? Over here, wasn't it? 30. So I did the right thing. If I'd have waited, sometimes if you just wait, I wouldn't have got filled, because it didn't actually go to this upper band line here. It just rolled over. So it was a good job. I think in a different circumstances with higher volatility and wider ranges, I probably would have waited for the bands, but as we were only looking at about 5 pips stop, it wasn't too much of a problem. But as we can see, it's come down to 93.18, but overall I'd still rather see it come lower. So I had that target down there at the daily pivot down towards 93.10. So I'm just going to hold on to this and see. So I'll move my stop down by a few pips. It was sitting up about, well, it doesn't really make any difference at the moment. So we're up, what, 6 pips at the moment on the trade. So it's all small stuff to think that we're in up here, and it's taken all of that to be 6 pips up. Or it's been up a bit more. But okay, I'll press pause. I won't. This is going to be the only trade of the day, I suspect. We'll have a quick look. Actually, sorry, quick look at some of these other markets. Let's have a look at this euro dollar, because I was looking at the euro earlier, and look at how much that came down. So it was the right decision just to leave it alone. Like I said, it didn't look quite right on the hourly charts, and if a market doesn't look quite right, you don't have to force it. So now the euro's obviously bouncing back okay, but it just didn't look right at that time. And I'm still looking at the hourly 21, and it's still not quite there just yet. So then the chart's just getting messy again. So I'm quite happy I've left the euro dollar alone. So have a quick look at the pound dollar, because that one obviously had the news out, and it's done nothing since I went. So again, summer markets and not much going on here today, but we've got some news out this afternoon in the US. We'll see if that's going to get some of these markets moving a little bit more. For now, I'm just going to monitor this Aussie dollar. I'm going to move the stop down a couple of pips down to probably this high here, and then just see how it gets on. Right, I'll press pause for now. Right, okay, so just got back. It's now what time is it? 25 to 1. I'm going to move my stop down to break even now, roughly break even, 93.30. This Aussie, it's been a long time, so a bit above where we currently are, so about 30. So I'm going to move the stop down to there, and hopefully we don't get stopped out needlessly. But yeah, I'm going to move it down now and just bring the trade to break even. I can't show you the account today because I'm in swing positions as well, so I can't show you what those. I don't want to show you what those ones are, but obviously I'll take a screenshot when we finally do close out this trade. But oops, that's the wrong one. So I'm just going to bring up the deal tickets, and you can see here are the deal tickets for that. So remember, we got in at 93.30, and there was 3 positions. 93.30, 93.30, and this one should be about a little bit less. Yeah, 93.28. Yeah, there we go. So there's the positions that are open. You can see the open P&L on all 3 of those positions. So I've just got to play a waiting game with those. Like I say, I'm in some other swing positions, so I can't show you the account per se, but that's where we are. Aussie dollar, still waiting for it to see if it's going to come down this afternoon. Now, there's no news out on Aussie dollar, but we'll see what happens here this afternoon if it is going to drift down. So I've moved the stop down to break even, or effectively break even. Not quite, because 93.30, which means I'd get stopped out at 93.30 and a half probably. Plus, obviously, one of my entries was at 28.7, wasn't it? So, but effectively break even. And that's it at the moment. I'll press pause for a second. Okay, so just back. It's now just coming up to 1:30. The news is going to be out any minute, so we're watching this Aussie dollar. Obviously, like I said, stop's been brought down, so just above literally break even. So we'll see if it can finally get down to this level. If it is going to get down there, then I'll bring these tickets over and I'll start closing them out if it does come down. So we're looking for around about just a bit above. Let's just see what happens here. Okay. Dollar CAD's come down. Oh yeah, of course that's a different trade, so I better close out my dollar CAD trade. So that's come down and hit my target, so that was a bonus. I better close that out off screen as well. I mean, other trades. Good job the Aussie's not moving too much. That one's okay. And okay. Right, so sorry, I was just off screen. I was just managing one of my other trades, so which was actually, I can now tell you, was a dollar CAD short. So that one's worked out quite nicely. So now I'm just waiting to see if I can get this. I still won't be able to show you my screen because I'm still in another position, another swing, two swings actually, two other swings. So just see if we're going to get anything here on this Aussie dollar. So still waiting. Let's remove the stop down a little bit and just lock in some of these gains, I think. So I'll just move the stops down and I'll just press pause while I'm doing. Okay, so we're starting to come down. We're looking at around about 12 on here. We're looking to close out. So I'm looking at my charts off screen, and if we can get down to about 12, then that's where I'll be looking to close out. So we're getting close. Basically it's the hourly 50 MA. So we're getting close to it. So once we get within air kiss territory, then I'd look to take that profit, but just waiting to see if we can get down there, and if we can, then great. But at the moment it's still playing, it's going, but it's playing. So now I've pressed record. Obviously it's now stopped because it knows, the market knows, you see, when I'm pressing record. Anyway, I've moved my stops down, so I'll move them down a little bit more. I'm moving down to 24 now. I'll press pause. Here we go. Okay, so it's looking like we're getting into that air kiss territory. Oh, see, it just blipped down and I just missed it as it's just blipped. I'll take one off as we're coming down here. So I'll get one off here at 15. And I'll start to lighten off. So I've got one off there, banked literally there as you saw at 15. So far so good, but I still want to. We're not quite at that hourly 50 yet, but within air kiss territory, and obviously we've got that monthly pivot, daily pivot, down at 93.10. So we're about 5 pips away from the ultimate target. But I'm sitting here trying to get this video update finished. Here we go. And the market, as always, when you're trying to do something live and record it, it takes longer. Right, okay, so we're right on that now. So just above this hourly 50. So I want to get another one off. Here we go. Right, there we go. 12. And then if we can get this final one off. Yeah, we're just on top of the pivot here now. Perfectamondo. Let's close out. Right, okay, so that's finished. That's £292, $490 banked on that trade. I'll show you the that trade shortly, plus 177 on that dollar CAD. So not a bad couple of trades. But the dollar CAD was a trade I placed last night, so I can't include that. I placed that last night. So let's take a quick screenshot, because I can't show you the account, but I'll show you a quick screenshot of the Aussie dollar trades, and then we can make this a wrap for today. So it's taken a long time, but here's the screenshot. If I can make it a bit smaller. Oh no, it's not going to do that. But anyway, so you can see it was $490 today. So best part of $500 there on this Aussie dollar. And these were the 3 positions that I put in early this morning, and these were the 3 exits there, just around that hourly 50 and the pivot. So that's that one. And then the dollar CAD was separate, so I won't even bother showing you that. Right, hopefully, I know it's been a long video update today, but hopefully it's of some use to you, and back in touch next week.